Senator Christopher Dodd touted a financial reform bill that he says will end too big to fail and provide strong protections for consumers.
We're committed to making sure that bad decisions on Wall Street never again lead to the kind of disastrous economic results that occurred on Main Street. And we're committed to making sure that taxpayers never ever again are put on the hook for massive bailouts, such as the Bush administration paid out in the fall of 2008 and the early weeks of 2009. Wall Street and our Republican friends are entitled, of course, to their own opinions. That's something you have in great abundance around here, but no one's entitled to their own set of facts. And here are the facts when it comes to what our bill does. Our bill ends too big to fail. Bailouts end forever. Management is fired. Shareholders lose. Creditors lose. There is a liquidation of assets that occur. There's just no room whatsoever. And Senator Warner, Senator Corker, and others worked literally for weeks in developing the legislation in Title I and Title II of our bill. Secondly, our bill institutes strong new protections for consumers. Never before have consumers received the kind of attention within the financial services area that they deserve. Our bill provides that independent Consumer Protection Division Bureau to allow for independent rulemaking and examination and enforcement of those rules, so the consumers are not left behind in the process. And thirdly, our bill holds Wall Street accountable and mandates real transparency so that large banks can't gamble our money in the shadows of the financial system.
Toyota has agreed to pay a record $16.4 million fine for failing to properly notify federal authorities about a dangerous pedal defect.
Toyota has agreed to pay a record $16.4 million fine for failing to properly notify federal authorities about a dangerous accelerator pedal defect. In announcing the penalty, the largest ever paid by an automaker, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood said the company put consumers at risk by failing to report known safety problems as required by law. Toyota denies the government's allegation that it violated the law, but says it agreed to pay the penalty to avoid a protracted dispute with the government and possible litigation. But from the government's viewpoint, agreeing to pay the full fine constitutes an acceptance of responsibility and does not free Toyota from potential civil and criminal penalties. The company faces dozens of personal injury and wrongful death lawsuits in federal courts. It was back in January that Toyota announced it would recall more than 2 million vehicles to address sticking pedals on vehicles such as the Camry and Corolla. The fine was based upon timelines provided by Toyota that showed it had known about the sticky pedal defects since September 29, 2009 or earlier. Mark Hamrick, The Associated Press.
It could be the biggest blow to al-Qaeda in Iraq since the insurgency began. That assessment comes from U.S. military leaders there, after the announcement that 2 leaders of the al-Qaeda organization in Iraq have been killed.
2 top al-Qaeda in Iraq leaders have been killed in a joint Iraqi-American operation. Iraq's prime minister made the announcement Monday, and it was later confirmed by the U.S. military, which praised the deaths as a significant blow to the terrorist organization. One of the men was so elusive that at one point, U.S. officials questioned his very existence, saying he may have been invented to bolster threats.
The Iraqis have taken the lead in securing Iraq and its citizens by taking out both of these individuals.
Officials say they were killed Sunday night near Tikrit. A helicopter crashed during the assault on their safe house, killing an American soldier. The news comes as U.S. forces prepare to end combat operations in Iraq. Military officials say the operation's success is a sign of the growing strength of Iraqi forces. Still, the Sunni insurgency has been resilient, showing an ability to launch new and deadly strategies despite military attacks on their leadership. Diane Kepley, The Associated Press.